Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 2 for linear relationships, stage 5.2. We're still interpreting and graphing linear relationships using the gradient intercept form of an equation of a straight line. This time around we're rearranging the equation of a straight line, this form, which we call the general form, to find the gradient and the y-intercept of a line. So let's revise equations first of all. So do these in your workbook, pause the video and then play when you're ready to check your answers. So for question 1, x plus 6 equals 10, we need to take 6 from both sides. So we get x equals 4, 10 take away 6 is 4. This one, same thing, take 6, which gives us 2x equals 8, and then divide by 2. So x equals 4. So for question 3, we have 10 plus x equals 15. We take 10 from both sides. You can see that we get x equals 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. Question 4, we need to take away 8 from both sides. Or take away 8 is minus 4, leaving us with minus 2x equals minus 4. Divide both sides by minus 2. So x equals 2. Minus 4 divided by minus 2 is plus 2. So for today's examples, which should go in your notes book, so copy these in your notebooks, we're going to rearrange the equations and put them into gradient form. Gradient form is this form. When it's in this form, the number in front of the x is the gradient, and the constant term is the y-intercept. So let's start with this equation, which is in general form. So everything's on the left-hand side and we equal 0. So something x plus something y plus a constant equals 0 is the general form. So my first step here is to take away x from both sides. And then to take away 1. So I get y equals minus x minus 1. And that tells us that the gradient is minus 1 and the y-intercept is minus 1. For example B, 2x plus y minus 4. So this is the general form. And we want to get y equals for our gradient form. So 2x plus y minus 4 equals 0. Take away the 2x from both sides. Gives us y minus 4 equals minus 2x. And then add 4 to both sides. Which gives us y equals minus 2x plus 4. The plus 4 is our y-intercept, and the minus 2 is our gradient. Example C, this time we've got 3x minus y plus 1 equals 0. So this time around, I'm going to add y to both sides. So 3x plus 1 equals y, which I can switch around. So y equals 3x plus 1. And then the 3x tells us the gradient is 3, and the 1 is the y-intercept. So this time around, I think it's quicker to just add y to both sides and then switch it. You could go minus 3x and then minus 1 and then divide by minus 1, but that's a longer process. Here are the questions for you to complete. These go in your workbook. Remember, the gradient intercept form is in this form, y equals mx plus b. And it's called that because the b tells us where it crosses the vertical axis, which is the y-intercept. The m tells us that when we go across 1, we go up m. And then we can draw our line. In the general form, we have to rearrange it in order to draw the sketch pretty quickly. These are your two questions. So y equals 2x plus 6. Straight away, we know the gradient is 2 and the y-intercept is 6. So this 2 goes there and the 6 goes here. For question 6, you need to rearrange it. So you might like to try, pause the video, and then press play when you're ready to check your work. So hopefully you took away x from both sides, and then took away 5 from both sides, giving you y equals minus x minus 5. Remember, this means minus 1. So that's where minus 1 comes from for the gradient. It's the coefficient of x. And the minus 5 is the y-intercept. Questions 7 and 8, again, pause the videos and you can check your work. This is a minus 2y, so I would move the 2y over to this side. So if you look over here, the minus 2y, add 2y to both sides, and then divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, which is our gradient. 6 divided by 2 is 3, which is our y-intercept. Question 8, again it's a negative one, so add the 4y to both sides. So that this 4y goes over this side, and then you need to divide by 4. So this number is our gradient, the coefficient of x, which is 5 over 4, and minus 8 over 4 is minus 2. And that's it.